Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel. And somebody asked me about TikTok, what I think about TikTok. What's my take on the fact that governments in Canada and the United States and many agencies don't want employees and personnel to have TikTok on their smartphone. First of all, I'll just be very blunt here. Any government employee or personnel, and especially when they're high ranked, should not have the ability to install any apps whatsoever. Because here we're focusing on TikTok, a lot of it because it's a Chinese company behind it. But you know what? Any apps that you have, even the U.S. government snoops on some of the apps that are on devices. So, it's not just a Chinese thing, it's a government thing. US government, Canadian government, whatever, European Union. There's a lot of spying going on different apps. So we got to put things straight, first of all, that everybody's doing it. So as for employees of government and companies that have sensitive information, the risk is simple. The risk that they assess with TikTok is that the Chinese government could have access to the data that TikTok has on its users, including, where you've been, what and where you work, and there's a lot of details that can be actually snooped on by using apps like this. So further than just TikTok, I think it's been a long time that government employees should not even have a phone with any other apps than the ones that they need for work on their phone. And if they have a personal phone, it should stay at home and not be in a work environment. And of course, any phone that is provided to you by your company, by a government agency, should never have the ability to have other apps than what they want you to have inside. So for that purpose, I totally understand the ban, and I think it's fine. But what about the end user? You, me, that, just everyday people that live their lives. There's a lot of people, especially the young generation, a lot of TikTokers out there, some very popular ones. What do I think of that? I don't think it's much of a problem. I mean, I don't know what your life is so important that a Chinese government would be looking at it and that it's such a huge issue, especially that your own government is also doing it. So, you know what? If you don't want to have this snooping process and you don't want to have a trace of anything, well, don't use a smartphone, first of all, because everything you do on it is followed. Apple, and Apple might say, "Oh, well, we're you can turn off tracking, you can turn off." Don't believe that. That is always making me funny because Apple users are like, "Oh yeah, well, Apple has this." No, tracking is done in so many ways. You're being tracked, whether you turn off the switch or not. It's as simple as that. Whatever phone you're using. And on Android, of course, Google with all its services. I mean, huge amount of data from every user just by using your phone and going around town and so on, going on trips. It's a question of, how much privacy do you really want versus what you want to use and do. And personally, I would not, have a problem using TikTok. I don't see why it would be a problem in any way, because even if they would snoop on what I do, what are you going to find? Nothing interesting, nothing that a government really finds interesting. Where I would say this could be a little different is if you travel a lot, maybe, with traveling and everything, you never know. But as long as you're not in a high security job, everything is being snooped on. So TikTok isn't really worse than anything else. But that said, government agencies, once again, should not have any of these apps ever. They should not have been there in the first place. It's as simple as that. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.